Right now, Dan, but Patricia Lille is addressing this Cape Times breakfast as the executive mayor of Cape Town. So essentially, the IEC needs to advertise a vacancy in council and a councillor vacancy. It cannot do that just yet because of Lille's intention to approach the courts, and that's scheduled to be heard on Friday morning at 10. So according to the IEC, she is still a councillor, which means she's still the mayor. So right now we have a mayor and we have a deputy mayor serving at the helm of the city of Cape Town in a nutshell.
So the deputy mayor is acting in a mayoral position, but Cape Town Mayor Patricia Lille is addressing a media briefing. Sounds a little bit confusing, but what should we expect her to say? After all, her party, whose ticket she used to get to that mayoral seat, has already expelled her from within its ranks.
Well, Patricia Lille is remaining defiant because of yesterday's happenings. She was not supposed to speak here today, given that the DA has revoked her membership and her mayoral chain. But she is going to speak here as the executive mayor. The theme of this breakfast is spatial transformation, and that's something Lille says is the cause of the DA wanting her out, that she had wanted to transform Cape Town, the city of Cape Town, the inner city of Cape Town, and reverse apartheid spatial planning by bringing low-cost and affordable housing closer to the city bowl, so people living on the outskirts and who were shipped to the outskirts of Cape Town during apartheid could then move closer to the city for work opportunities. And this, Lille says, the DA, some conservatives, and once called it a small white minority within the DA, is not happy with. So it will be interesting to hear what Lille says at this breakfast this morning with regard to the issue of spatial transformation and the conservatives, she calls them, and she says that the DA has tried to bring her down for some time now, but she will not succumb to their bullying. I also need to add something, that yesterday in the DA's media briefing, it used the section 3.5.1.2 of the DA's federal constitution, which says that a member ceases to be a member when he or she publicly declares his or her intention to resign and or publicly declares his or her resignation from the party. Now, if you Google 3.5.1.2, you'll see that there's a post from the second month 2012 detailing the Democratic Alliance's federal constitution. It goes on then, if you go further into the years, to July 2016. There's a report with the headline, I will resign from the DA if the DA doesn't deliver. Something Mmusi Maimane had said at a rally in Nelson Mandela Bay in 2016. So this clause was already at play in the DA's federal constitution. Mmusi Maimane publicly says, I will resign if the DA doesn't deliver. So the question we'll have to ask the DA is, why wasn't it invoked in 2016 when Mmusi Maimane publicly said he will resign? He used the words resign in the interview that the DA is using for invoking this clause against Patricia Lille with Eusebius Mkheza on 702. She doesn't use the words resign. Eusebius asks her, so if I hear you, you're saying ideally I want to clear my name, Eusebius, and that's why I'm going to court. And if I win this battle, and when I win it because I've done nothing wrong, then the morning after I've won the court case, I will resign from the DA. To which Patricia Lille replies, I will walk away, you summed it up correctly. But she didn't say she didn't categorically say she will resign. So there are many questions around this clause, how it was invoked, and why it wasn't invoked back in 2016. Yeah,
well, the DA might argue that Mmusi Maimane was campaigning for the local government elections in 2016, and that the DA, by being in the coalition, may be delivered. But we'll have to wait and see, Leigh-Anne. Let us not speak for them. They will speak for themselves. What time is the breakfast starting, Leigh-Anne?
Correct. Well, we're expecting people to arrive anytime from around 7:30. Former Mayor Patricia Lille is expected to speak just after 8 o'clock. So we're expecting some movement within the next couple of minutes. Yeah.